Good evening, everyone. I know I was going to be live streaming this morning, and I apologize for being pretty close to 12 hours too late on that. But when I got up this morning, I was called into work. So when I was going to be live streaming, I was on my way to work. So currently, I am in Suran. I have done two things since the last stream on this. I have made a bunch of potions and then sold everything. I didn't really change anything, except I got some more money, which is always good. Especially since on this mission, to get the debt from the House of Earthly Delights, we lost a bunch of money. And because of that, and because if we look, we're way over here, and we want to get back to here, instead of traveling all this way again, I'm just going to ride the Stilt Strider, which is this thing. The Stilt Striders are awesome, and they are a wonderful fast travel thing, because this is where people sit when they're in the Stilt Strider. They hollow out part of its back, and the driver sits up here and messes with exposed nerves to make it go. Okay, 24 gold to travel to Balmora. And we are back in Balmora. And if you look down at the bottom left corner, we also healed, which is always nice. And thank you to the one person who is watching right now. Love to have people watching me. Live stream. And my other videos. So yeah, the channel got rededicated this week, or last week now, and I have uploaded 7 videos in the last week, so I'm pretty happy. Debt money. Do you have the 200 septums? Yes, here it is. Good work. She took 200 gold from me and gave me 100 gold. Fun thing, if we decide that for whatever reason we don't want to go and collect the money, we can just say we have it and lose 100 gold. So yeah, let's try to advance. We're at the point where we have to do 2 missions for every advancement, which kind of sucks. Order. I have a bounty contract for the orc Dora Grebel. An outlaw living openly in a house here in Balmora. I have a contract that says I get 250 gold if I bring her to justice. Okay. Especially now that we have this magic sword. Just to find her house. Which actually, I remember right, isn't that far away. No, this is House Halou. This is sort of the rich quarter of town. By the way, going forward in this game, I think I want to complete the Fighters Guild questline, and then do the Imperial Army questline, and then House Redoran. with the various houses. Well, with most things in this game, there is one thing for fighters, like ourselves, one thing for thieves, and one thing for mages. And that includes everything from the three houses, House Halu, House Redoran, and House Tavanti. There are three vampire tribes, or clans. There are three werewolf tribes. And fun fact about that, the reason why there are multiple vampire clans and werewolf tribes is some of the people who developed this game, right before they started development, they became really big fans of White Wolf games, and specifically Vampire the Masquerade, which is a really fun tabletop game. There. And not only do we get 250 gold for killing this person, but then we'll be able to take all of her stuff. So, I don't know if you guys have realized, but the, oh, I need to put, always use best attack back on. The yellow bar above the red bar is the enemy's health bar. Take everything, dispose of the corpse. And we'll be back to plunder the house. I'll probably do it between episodes. Oh, remember? We have the tower key, which means once per day we can do this. Yeah, probably between episodes I'll take all of this and sell it off. Just for a bit of money. See, one of the easy Fighter Guild quests, which, especially now as as I'm going through this, it's a lot more of go here, kill this person. I don't know how she heard that Dora Grabol is dead already. I just did it. Oh! We can't even advance yet. We still have to do at least one more. I don't have orders for anyone under the rank of Protector. Find out what you need for advancement. The guild stewards at Vivic City, Sandrith Mora, or Aldaroon might have some work for you in the meantime. Swordsman. Next rank is Protector. So if I remember right, Aldaroon is near Vivic. I think I can fast travel both to Vivic and Aldaroon. Resting here is illegal. You have to find a bed. I want to rest a little bit because I'm missing 13 health, which is actually not bad, all things considered, for fighting someone. So I'm going to go back here, go down into the basement to the barracks, open it up, sleep until healed, which will hopefully... also end the rain outside. Nope. And the reason why I keep accidentally jumping is I keep forgetting that E is jump and space is use. That is something that has mostly changed. As I'm sure you guys are well aware, it's usually E to use and space to jump in more modern games. But this game is not modern by a long shot. As I've previously mentioned, it's like 15 years old. So, I have 2 videos for tomorrow. That would be Tuesday, November 14th. And they're actually all up, and they're uploaded to the channel right now, and they've got all the tags in the description and title and everything. I will just need to go in and make them public, which I will probably do at like 4 or 5 in the morning. I've got a trip that my wife and I are treating her mom and stepdad with tomorrow morning, and depending on traffic, it's going to be like a 5 or 6 hour drive. First to get to them, and then to get to Seattle, where we're going. So, I will be up bright and early. Oh, that's what was... a Kagori. Oh, and then a Nyx Hound. How close are we to level? Once more. Peligad, Vivic, Ghostgate, Balmora, Caldera. I think we're trying Vivic. That appears to be where we're heading. See if they have anything for us. Unless I see a sign for Alderune, because if I want to say that's the next place to go. I don't remember, though. It's been several years since I've played this game. Molegmar, Mount Cand, Peligad that way, Suran that way. And then Vivic's down here. Let's go to Peligad. This will bring us almost back to Ciadenine. I just absolutely love the soundtrack to this game. It is one of my favorites, and if you play Skyrim, which is the 5th and obviously most popular of this series, with Morrowind being the 3rd, you will notice that the main title for Morrowind was sampled into the main title for Skyrim, and if you go to Solstheim, which you get access to in one of the expansions, I don't remember which one, it has the aesthetic of Morrowind and has a lot of the music. which is great. Skyrim and Morrowind were both composed by the same guy. But Blood Moon, which is one of the expansions to Morrowind, is actually the expansion where they introduced Solstheim, and you get to... Oh, apparently we went the wrong way at some point, and we're heading around to Suran. That's not awesome. I'm actually going to just cut out and swim. As I was saying, though, they're composed by the same guy, obviously made by the same company. But Morrowind... Oh, slaughterfish are annoying. Yeah, Solstheim is introduced in another one. Blood Moon. And you actually get to help create the island, and like you're there to help create Raven Rock when you first start the game, or that quest line. Raven Rock doesn't really even exist, so that is always super cool in my opinion, especially because you get to go back to Raven Rock in Morrowind. You get to revisit a lot of old places and see the old bone mold armor and such. And there is a really big mod for Skyrim that has been in production for several years now by some super awesome fans. If I remember right, it's called Skywind, where they're actually remaking Morrowind in Skyrim and using the better graphics and everything, which will be awesome. I'm just wondering how they're going to get the spell creation system back in. Because as I've mentioned a couple of times, one of the super cool things about Morrowind is you get to build your own spells if you want to. So I'm looking forward to that coming out whenever that happens, which is hopefully going to be someday. Yay, mud crabs. Oh, he glitched into the rock and I can't. Damn. Cool, I just leveled up. Hello, Gerald. We now have 3 people watching. Yeah, Skywind will be awesome when and if it ever comes out. There appears to be a shipwreck down here. Let's see if we can raid it. ridiculous amount of slaughterfish. That is the worst part about doing anything in the water in this game. It's just they're crazy. Is this all... it is all underwater. I will come back when I have water breathing. Yes, even if we don't get them, we have other options. What the hell? There's so many slaughterfish attacking me right now. I can't really do anything. Holy hell. Okay. Let's go up here and rest until healed. You have ascended to to level 4. It's suddenly obvious to you. You just have to concentrate. With all the energy and time you've wasted, it's a sin. But without the experience you've gained, taking risks, taking responsibility for failure, how could you have understood? Let's have personality go up, strength go up, and let's go speed, just so we're a little quicker. And check on our map here. Pelagad's right over here. So let's head over that way. Jesus. I have actually not played any of the Elder Scrolls Online. Geralt is asking me about it. I'm not really a huge fan of MMOs. Stemming all the way back to EverQuest. I got the farthest in EverQuest. I enjoyed that more than I enjoyed any MMO since, but I will just always get to a point where I'm just kind of done, and I think it's boring, and I'll go play something else. So because of that, I find it really, really hard to justify paying money for, paying a monthly fee for a game that I'm probably going to get bored with after a month or two. So, yeah, I just tend to avoid playing MMOs. And welcome, new person. We're back up to 3. What fort is this? Oh, no, this is the town of Pelagad. Excellent. We'll just have to go around to the correct side. Hello, Mr. X. I am playing a Nord Warrior. Just going through and playing the game. I'm working on the Fighters Guild quest right now. I'm heading to Vivic to see if they have any quests there, because I don't remember where I'm actually supposed to go after you finish with the quests in Balmora. I think it's Vivic. But either way, we haven't been to Vivic yet. I have not. I just went to the went to Selsgravius and got the 200 gold he gives you and tells you to piss off. And yes, I have played this game before. I've been playing it off and on since it was new. However, for various reasons, I've never finished the game. So that's one of the main purposes of this live stream, is going back and playing one of my favorite games to completion. And, you know, I know the whole story and everything, so it's not like I'm going to be getting anything new other than just finally finishing it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Vivic is this way. I have the DLCs. I don't have them installed at the moment. That's probably something that I'm going to be installing at a later point. Nels, what do you want? He's a reasonable man, hardly the cutthroat, a fair and healthy proposition. I give him money, and he doesn't kill me. Well, I'm just gonna kill him. Steel Flame Blade, how does that compare to mine? So the thing with this blade is it has a much shorter damage range than what I have. I think I'm going to stick with my Iron Shard Sword. Yeah, that is one of the beauties about getting to play an old game since it's new. Everyone has their own slightly different pronunciation. And as for H-A H-L-A-A-L-U, I pronounce it Halou. Which, again, probably different from yours. I do tend to emphasize the vowels a little bit more. But in this playthrough, I will not be joining House Halou. I am planning on joining House Redoran, since I am a warrior. And I will be doing their quest line either after I finish my, or finish the Fighters Guild, or I will do Imperial Garrison first. I don't know. But let's rest again. Everyone pronounces Ashel Maimaikala. Maybe. They might pronounce it the same. By the way, Mr. X and Gerald, it is really wonderful to have a couple awesome strangers watching. The last couple of times I've loaded this up and have had fans of the game comment in the chat. They were not super awesome, so glad to have you guys. What house is this? It's just a random farm. But we are about to hit the cantons of Vivic. I promise they'll be impressive once the shade distance, or the loading distance, pops them in. And there they are. How is this for impressive? Especially if you remember when this first, imagine being here back in 2002, and seeing this on a video game. It's moments like this that made me fall in love with Bethesda. Now I just have to remember where everything is in the city. Luckily... Oh yeah, this is so much better to see than... seeing Whiterun. It's... like, look at how they've taken this to be A, beautiful, and B, just use the limitations that they had to deal with and still come up with something great. Have you heard? 7 victims here in Vivic, all with their throats slit. When it was just a few Outlanders killed, the Ordinators weren't making much fuss, but now that they've had 2 of their own people with slit throats, they seem very concerned at the Hall of Justice. I've heard that the Office of the Watch is quietly looking around for some special help. Anything that can kill 2 Ordinators before they can draw their weapons sounds like it would need special help. And, like, look at this face. That's very impressive for what they had. And then compare it to Oblivion. Oblivion kind of lost me when I was creating my first character, and all of my, or I got my character to come out purple by accident. No, I don't play much Xbox. I'm mainly a computer person. And that's where I've played this the whole time. An alchemist. Just trying to remember where the Fighters Guild is. I know it's up here in the foreign quarter somewhere, because that's where everything that's not that's where all the foreigners are. Oh yeah, it's up here at the top. There's the Mages Guild, and there's the Fighters Guild. This nice beautiful dome. Let's go with Fighters Guild. The thing that really annoys me at the Oblivion and just caused me to not really like it is, so with Morrowind here, this is like 8 hours into the game. I haven't touched the main quest. I have no reason to touch the main quest, and I'm just working my way through side quests. And that's awesome. I didn't feel that way with Oblivion. I felt like they just wanted to rush me through the main quest. And I didn't like that. There is very much a reason why um, Bethesda keeps referencing Morrowind in their games since. I'm here for orders. Nargro Shagramph said he'd deliver a ring to Rain's Enith, but he hasn't delivered. Go talk to Rain's Enith and bring the Jida feather ring to me. Nargro Shagramph said he'd get a Jusda feather ring for our client. Nar says he doesn't have the ring, but he's a liar. Find him in the Halu Canton Plaza and bring me that ring. I made it decently far through the main quest of Oblivion. Just because I actually bought in fairly heavily to the sense of urgency that the story seemed to imply that it had, that the main quest had. So, yeah. But it didn't catch my interest in the way that Morrowind did. And Morrowind came out before. No, Bethesda is one of my favorite companies, primarily because of this game. The other company that I like about as much is BioWare, because BioWare are the people who put out Baldur's Gate, and I played the shit out of Baldur's Gate when I was little. Skyrim's not a bad first game to have for Elder Scrolls. Morrowind here was my first Elder Scrolls game. I have tried to go back and play the first two games of the Elder Scrolls series, and they're horrible. They did not age well at all. Yeah, BioWare is not quite as awesome as it used to be. That's primarily, I think, because the evil people that are EA bought them and now dictate what they do, and